Hi, I've been taking the Qenda Ultimate Fibre for about 6 months on the protocol twice a day. It's been a great game changer for me, keeping me regular. I've tried I've tried Qenda Everyday Fibre, but that doesn't seem to keep me regular at all. My naturopath told me the two ingredients in the Qenda Ultimate Fibre product, cascara and Turkish rhubarb, namely, can lead to dependence and a lazy bowel, as the cascara specifically causes irritation on the bowel that causes the peristalsis. Um, James Coulson, can you speak to this, please? Yes, of course, Nick. So, yeah, you've been on it 6 months, been having it twice a day, it's keeping you regular, everyday fibre doesn't work, and you want to know whether the cascara and Turkish rhubarb is okay to take long term, basically. And yeah, it's really interesting what you're saying about naturopaths as well. Like, whenever in my experience, whenever I've shown naturopaths the Qenda, they've always said you can't have all these ingredients at once. You need to have them one at a time and do it in a special protocol. Um, Obviously, what I've seen work for people is it does, obviously, in what you've seen with the Qenda, it works, it keeps everything going. But just like any supplement out there, you don't want to take it every day for the rest of your life. With you relying on the Qenda to keep stuff flowing, that's absolutely fine. But as with any ingredient, you don't want to have it every day for the rest of your life. So have some time off it. Obviously, use the Qenda when you need it to keep it flowing. But the question was specifically regarding cascara and Turkish rhubarb can lead to dependence and a lazy bowel. Um, yeah, so I've been on the Qenda 8 years, nearly every single day, and I've been absolutely fine. I have had severe constipation at times, and the Qenda was the only thing that helped keep it flowing. So obviously you're working with a naturopath, but some common things to do to make sure. I think you said in a later thing that you've been constipated all your life basically. But some simple things to do for constipation is obviously make sure you're adequately hydrated, make sure you're getting movement. You can do yoga poses like cat cow to help get the digestive system flowing, deep belly breathing, and then also a squatty potty or a toilet stool to help elevate your knees into natural squatting position when you sat on the toilet. All that being said, with the naturopath saying the single ingredients can lead to a dependence and a lazy bowel, like obviously you already have a lazy bowel, so you can't really. The cascara and the Turkish rhubarb is not really causing that. And then also the thing with when naturopaths, they're so used to giving single ingredients for single stuff, whereas the Qenda is everything all in one. So although it does help with peristalsis, which is important to take the toxins out of the body, that's why the cascara is in there, and one of the reasons why the Turkish rhubarb's in there, just to help everything keep flowing along. Um, what is really interesting is that I've had people that have been reliant on medical laxative for years and then done the Qenda and then been and they've done the Qenda and then a probiotic protocol and they've been able to get off the Qenda. So make sure you're doing everything that I mentioned. Make sure you're hydrated, moving your body, yoga poses, colonic massage, toilet stool. All that stuff is really amazing for constipation. I don't really get constipated very often now. I've fixed everything after the motorbike crash. However, if I'm sat down for long periods and not really doing much in the daytime, just like anyone, or if they're driving and stuff and the body's not getting moved and the lymph's not flowing, that's when yeah, everybody gets more constipated, especially if they're dehydrated, etc. So make sure you're doing the fundamentals, and then with regards to taking the Qenda, obviously you're relying on it to keep stuff moving. So what you want to do is just have some breaks. Miss if you're having it every day. Miss a day or two every 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. That would be ideal, really. Or in a month, have 2 or 3 days off the Qenda, and then you can get back on it. So yeah, that's what I'd say. Obviously, you've got chronic constipation. There's a lot of stuff that we can look at But yeah, make sure you're doing the basics and the fundamentals. And then with regards to having Qenda, obviously, just like any supplement, you don't want to have it every day for the rest of your life. But I can totally understand that you're relying on it, and I have done previously. Um, but yeah, as long as you're not having it every single day for the rest of your life, well, as long as you're having some gaps, um, say 2-3 days every month or something, that'll be enough to get your body used to not having the Qenda, basically. So you don't want to be on it every day for the rest of your life, and then it's fine, really. Because the thing, when you look at all single ingredients, um, they're working in combination together. But then if you was having them on their own, they would work differently as to when they're in combination together. So you've got to be aware of that when you're with the Qenda. And yeah, I personally, I haven't been able to. The naturopaths, obviously, they've been trained in one way. Single ingredients do these jobs, and anything outside of that, it's a bit incomprehensible. So yeah, in my experiences, I haven't done very well with naturopaths. I thought they'd love the Qenda, but like I said, they seem to like to do stuff singly, whereas we're doing everything at once. But the main answer is just don't have it every day for the rest of your life. um, and no, I haven't found people that need to be reliant on the Qenda, but other people can share their experience, what they've done as well. So excited to hear about that.